Okay, so I wanted to spend a little bit of time just trying to teach you the double crochet stitch before we actually start applying it to our tree skirt. So this is a project I'm working on right now, obviously much farther along than the one that we have started together, but I wanted to just to show you a couple of things when it comes to the double crochet. So first of all is identifying where the stitch is gonna go, right? So here I'm using a big fabric, or I'm sorry, a big yarn, so it's easy to see these stitches that kind of look like that braid that I was showing you earlier on the wrong side of the chain stitch. So I'm going to be going into those stitches. I'm going to start this particular pattern off with just a double chain stitch. Don't worry about that for you. I'm just going to really focus on what the double crochet looks like. So I always keep my working yarn above the pattern or above the stitches that I'm working on. I don't want it to get below. If it gets below, it can get tangled up and also get confusing. So I always keep it above. And for a double crochet, it's really easy. You're gonna do a yarn over, right? And I've got my stitch right here. I kind of put my finger in it so I know exactly where I'm going. I'll stick my hook in there and then I'm gonna lay my yarn over it just like that, pull it through. And notice I'm keeping lots of room here. I like that loose kind of farmhouse stitch. Then I'm going to yarn over again, and I'm going to pull through 2 of those loops. And because we have double the yarn strands here, it's actually going to look like I'm pulling through 4. But I'm going to pull through like this. I'm going to yarn over one more time, and there's 2 more loops, or a total of 4 pieces of yarn still left, and I'm going to pull through. And there I have it, my first double crochet on this particular line of stitches. So let's do that one more time. Here's the stitch that I'm going to go into, kind of marking it with my finger, keeping my working yarn above above the stitches. I'm going to yarn over just like that. I'm going to stick it through the stitch that I'm working, laying this yarn on top of it, pulling it through, again keeping it kind of loose and loosey-goosey. So I get that nice flowing look that I like. Then I'm going to yarn over again. I'm going to pull through 2. I'm left with 2. Yarn over again, pull through 2. And I know I'm done when I just have this single loop, right? So here we go. I have right now 2 double crochets on here. And let's do another one. So here we go. Identified my stitch, putting my finger in it. I have my working yarn, yarn over. I'm going to stick my hook in there, lay the yarn over it, pull through, nice and loose, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm left with 2 more, yarn over, pull through 2. So let's talk about counting stitches while we're here, because this is an important part of the pattern that we're going to be working on. Here you'll see that I have, this is the chain 2, and on this pattern it doesn't count, so let's not worry about that. But hopefully you can clearly see, and with your finger almost pull it up, 1, 2, 3 stitches. Or if I look at my work here, you can see this is 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3 stitches there. And so we will be working on that a lot. Counting, as I mentioned before, is really important for this particular pattern.